Hello everybody, Colleen here with Couture, coming in doing a really lightning quick project. It's going to be actually a double-sided project tonight, so we'll see how that works out. We're going to go with continuing with our Halloween theme. So I'm just going to pull this up. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use this adorable Wicked Cat. Hello, Marcy. And we're going to do this on the front, and then we're going to do a little surprise on the back. I kept that off to the side here, so we'll show you what the surprise on the back is going to be. Because I'm using, these are actually from Michael's. I just grabbed these today, and because it's black, obviously I can't make a black cat, so to make him spooky, I think he's spooky enough with his cute little eyes and the fact that he says Wicked. So we're going to go ahead and just use white chalk and see how that comes out on this chalkboard. So let's remove it from our plastic, and I have it labeled on the back because I have used this already. I used it with our Couture ink on glass, so I did that project, and now tonight we're going to do it on a chalkboard. So let's remove the backer sheet like we always do. And the reason that we label the back of our transfers is because we want to make sure that we're putting it back on the shiny side, right? And so we label the back, which is the paper side, so we're not accidentally putting our sticky transfer on the paper side. Then it's going to stick, and we don't want that. So this has been fuzzed up before. I am going to just give it another really super quick fuzz. I'm putting it onto my pants and just picking up some of the lint so that it doesn't stick quite as hard to my surface. So let's get him on here. I promised a lightning quick project, and that it will be, hopefully. I always think it's going to be lightning quick, and then something always goes awry, and then, but we're going to hope for the best tonight. So let's get this cute little guy on here. Make sure I kind of am at the, oh, that's all right. I was saying I'm kind of at the end here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Hello, Meg. So we have our white chalk paste to do our cat, because like I said, it is on a chalkboard and black is not going to show up real well. We want to make sure that we have our chalk paste the consistency of yogurt, yummy chalk yogurt. Hello, Kathy. So we're just going to grab some of our chalk paste, and I usually just use the edge of the container just to get some of it from the back, so I have it all on the front. And we're only covering the silkscreen area, right? And you'll see how nicely that just glides right down. I'm just adding just a hint of, oh, I accidentally got some red in my white. I forgot about that. Just a hint of pressure. Yeah, that's probably going to show through, but that's okay. Yeah, they are cute boards. They're from Michael's. They're actually, it's a 6-pack of these boards for $15, which I know I shouldn't be saying that live, but yeah, for a 6-pack of them, and I used a 40% coupon. So there you go. So I can make a couple different projects out of them, and I love that they're double-sided. So we're just taking off our excess chalk, making sure there's no lines in there. He's going to have a little tiny hint of red because I forgot when I was doing a project the other day, hey Jackie, that I tipped my red on the edge here, and I forgot to clean that off. So that's why there's a little streak of red in there, and that is completely my bad that I did that. But I'm not going to worry about it. So now that we have everything covered, we're going to remove the transfer, and remember that you want to apply pressure. I'm just going to lean this into me a little bit so I can hold the bottom here. Apply even pressure across when you're removing the transfer so that you're not stretching it out. So you can see the little tiny hint of red. I'm not going to worry about that. But look how awesome it looks in white. I kind of like it. I dig it. Doesn't have to be your typical black cat for Halloween. He looks equally as spooky in white, if you ask me, I think. What I'll do is I'll just probably go over that and get that little bit of red out of there that I goofed and got red in my chalk paste. I'm just going to dry this real quick. And white dries super quick, which I love, especially for doing a double-sided project. I'm just going to heat this guy up real quick so that we can flip it over and do our surprise on the back. And this would be so cute. I think I'm going to put this on my desk so that if I'm in a Wicked mood, I'll turn it that way so people, when they come in, they can know that I'm in a Wicked mood that day. Or I'll put it on the other side, what my surprise is going to be. We are dry already. So the surprise for the back, I'm going to just lean that like that. And the surprise on the back is going to be October 31st. I thought that would be really cute, right smack in the center here. So that way I can flip it to either side, whatever side I want to show in my office. So before I do that, let me close up my white because I am done with that and I don't want it to dry out. So I'm just going to try to clean my container here a little bit because I am messy and I always have chalk paste all around the edge of my jar. Let's close that up and make sure that it's not drying out. And then we're going to move on to orange, which I still have my old 2-ounce jar of orange. So I just added a little bit of water to that, and now I've got it to the consistency of yogurt. So let's take this. I'm going to slide this back because I don't want my transfer to accidentally stick to my paper towel. Clear some room here. And then, because this obviously is going to hang way off of my surface, I just don't want to catch anything that happens to be on my table onto the back of my transfer. Okay, so let's get this guy centered. Right smack in the center here. And all I'm going to take from this is the October 31st on the back side. Thought that would be fun. And I'm going to do it in orange, which is, you know, your typical Halloween color. So let's go with our traditional color tonight on this side, since we went non-traditional and made our black cat white on the other side. So I'm just grabbing a hold of some of my chalk paste like I always do. And then we're going to just I'm going to include the circle around. So I'm just going to grab that around and then just pull straight down. Oh, I got a little up there. That's okay. I can wash it off. Not a big deal. That's the great thing about Couture. It washes off with water. So when you have little boo-boos, like I just did, it's not the end of the world. And I'm trying to be quick because I said it's a lightning quick project. I told my husband I'm going to come up here, do a real quick live, and then it'll be movie night. So that's our plans for tonight. So I'm just trying to get here in the circle. There we go. I think we got it. And then just pulling that down so we don't have any lines in our transfer, because sometimes that does come through when you reveal, when you pull off the transfer and you do your wow moment, your reveal. So I'm just trying to work quick because I can see it's already drying. So let's get this off. I'm just trying to apply even pressure across. Hopefully that didn't dry out too much on the top. No, I just missed a... Ooh, that's stuck again. Sorry about that. That was pretty loud. It just started to dry out, or I may have missed... I think I actually missed covering it because I was trying to be quick. But like I said, not a big deal. I can just go back over that. So I have my transfers in my water bath over here, and I'm going to show you real quick how to clean them. But how cute is this project, our little double-sided project for tonight? So you can have it, if you're wanting to just have it on your desk or your workstation to say October 31st for the upcoming holiday, or you can flick it to the Wicked side. How awesome. Super cute. And that was lightning quick, I thought. Hello, Barb. So I'm going to put the link to my online store that has all of these awesome transfers, all of these awesome chalk pastes. Just note that our chalk paste have upgraded from the 2-ounce jars, which I currently still have in my stash. They are now available in 3-ounce jars, and we have a lot of brand new colors that are so awesome. And we have, we actually have boards that are almost like this, that are called board and base, which I'm dying to get my hands on, that are temporarily out of stock, and that's why I grabbed one of these. But the good news is they are coming back in stock this week. I'm so excited about that because I'd rather use our products than Michael's. And they are double-sided as well, which is pretty awesome. But the cool thing about our board and base is you can flip it to the other side to make it this way, or you can do it this way. So it kind of opens up your options for different transfers that you want to do, where this is stuck in there. So while I love a great sale and I love having coupons, I definitely like our board and base a little bit better. I'm just what's the word I'm looking for? Partial. I'm just partial to our stuff. So let's grab our bucket real quick and I'll show you how to clean off these transfers, because you want to do a good job of cleaning off your transfers because they are reusable, and when you clean them it makes them last even longer. So it's definitely helpful to have your little pan of water off to your side. I'm going to grab a towel so that I can just lay these on my towel. Now we guarantee between between 8 and 10 uses for each of your transfers. However, I can honestly tell you that I've gotten a lot more uses out of each transfer. It just depends on the surface you use. So if you, like for example, use it on untreated wood, then you're probably going to wind up pulling some of the wood onto the back of your transfer. So you just, that may make the life of it a little less. But if you're doing just surfaces like glass and chalkboards, and if you want to use Couture ink and make shirts, as long as you're taking good care of your transfers, you will have no problem getting many uses out of them. That's the other awesome thing too about Chalk Couture, is that you can use the same transfer. So I could use this October 31st like I just did on a chalkboard, but then I can also turn around and use our Couture ink and make a shirt with the same exact transfer. So that is pretty awesome. So I'm just helping this along, trying to get some of the chalk off of here. The transfers are not sticky when you have them in water, so these are touching. That's perfectly okay. If by chance you do have a lot of transfers in your little water bath and they start to stick, just be careful and just make sure you take your time pulling them apart. But get them into water first, and then that'll make it a lot easier to be able to pull them apart. I have accidents all the time. I've had that happen, but if you just don't panic and you get it right into water, it is perfectly fine. And sometimes even too, if you don't fuzz your transfer enough, and like for example, if you're using it on glass and you kind of stretch the transfer a little bit and then it curls, that's okay too, because what you're gonna do is you just clean it like you normally would, and then when you get it back on its backer sheet, it's going to help to kind of straighten it back out again. And what you can do is you can put a heavy book on top of it, and that's going to flatten it out again. So let me move this off to the side real quick, and then I'll show you how to clean these guys, because you want to get the most bang for your buck, right? Who doesn't? Who doesn't love being able to get your money's worth out of something, right? You're paying good money for this stuff. You want to be able to use it a bunch of times, right? So that's why I am all about recycling things like I'm doing with my little stirrers. I use those stirrers only because right now I only have one multi-tool, which these things are awesome for getting in here and cleaning, stirring up your chalk paste, and they're also great for getting in the little details. Like if I was trying to just get the circle from here, this would have been perfect for that, just to get the circle. So these bad boys are awesome to have, but I only have one right now, so that's why I didn't use it, because I was using two different colors. So again, squeegee, same thing. You clean these things off, multiple uses out of these guys. So I am all about that. I'm just getting some of the excess water from the back of my transfer. Again, this is just me being frugal in that I don't want to go from a soaking wet transfer right to my disinfectant wipe, because it's going to water down my wipe, and then I won't be able to get as much uses out of my wipes, right? So that's why I just tend to do that, clean it off, get some of the excess water off first. Now I've got a wipe that's not going to get diluted with all that water on there. So see how it's curled up a little bit? Not to worry. And see how I had some of my Couture ink stain the transfer? Not to worry there either. So long as your silkscreen area, all of this area here, so long as that has no ink in it and no chalk paste in it, you are perfectly fine. The teal part of the transfer can get all the staining on it, and that's not going to be a problem. So now this is still wet, it's not sticky, but watch, this is the awesome thing with using the disinfectant wipe. If we let that sit there for a few minutes, it brings the sticky back. So that is pretty cool. And that's what we want, right? We want it to be able to stick to its surfaces, and that way we get a nice smooth chalk paste or Couture ink going right through the silkscreen area, and it being sticky is key. I don't know why I'm cleaning the stripes off because I didn't use them, but I guess I'm just being extra cautious to make sure I got everything out of that area, because I happen to love, this is my favorite new Halloween transfer. So I plan on making many projects out of that. And here's the other cool thing I'm going to show you. So if you've watched some of my lives before, you will see that you are not limited to just what it might seem at face value. So this screams Halloween, obviously. It has October 31st on it. But what you can do, which is what I did here, is you can actually take out, don't chalk the center of the October 31st, and instead use a different transfer and put a different saying in there. So now your Halloween transfer has now become an awesome wedding gift. So that is awesome. I think that's, sorry, I'm going to slide this back a little bit. I must have hit it. That is, to me, is just awesome, because now you're getting so much more out of your transfer. So there's definitely more uses for just what your typical transfer might be, just by mixing and matching. So that to me is awesome, for being one to love deals, loving to maximize what I can get for my money. So that's why, you know, some people will say like, oh, you know, the transfers are a little pricey. I don't think they're pricey, number one, but if you think that, just the example that I just gave of how you can mix and match, I think that's worth it to me. So what I'm doing, remember I labeled the back of my transfer, so I'm just going to try to, because I don't want to put my head in the camera, I'm going to try to line this up. I'm off a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. And then you can just smooth it out. So I got a bump in here. I'm just going to smooth that down. And see how now, once I get it back on its backer sheet, how it flattened out? And if you're still concerned about it flipping up, that's where you can just put a book on it. But this is perfect. It's back on here, it's flat, and it is good to use again, even with the staining around it. Not a big deal. And then right back into its little plastic container to keep it nice and protected. And there you have it. Then it's ready for its next use again. Voila. Oops, I put it in upside down, but you get the gist. So that is it. I thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.